This segment brought to you by the Western Kansas Wildlife Travel Center in Oakley.
Dave Kendall has been doing an amazing job bringing to life different aspects of the Santa Fe Trail. And I love this next one because, as Dave's guest discusses, the Santa Fe Trail was two ways. There was traffic going out to Santa Fe, traffic coming back from Santa Fe. A real important piece of the story. Thank you to Dave and Prairie Hallow Productions for sharing this magnificent series.
My family originated in Spain and came to New Mexico in the 1700s. So my roots are much in the Hispanic area of what at one time was the far reaches of the Spanish Empire. In the early part of my family history, they were very much involved with trade in some way or another on the Santa Fe Trail.
Currently a resident of Lenexa, Kansas, Gene Chavez brings history to light through his roles as a teacher, mentor, and public speaker. We spoke with him, not far from his home, on the grounds of the Mahaffey farmstead, an historic stagecoach stop on the Santa Fe Trail. We asked him about the misconceptions he encounters about the trail.
Most of the misconceptions about the Santa Fe Trail is that it was a one-way route taking goods from the United States by American entrepreneurs. And it really wasn't that. It was a two-way thoroughfare. And without the entrepreneurs on the Mexican side, it wouldn't have happened. The people of New Mexico had been trading all up and down El Camino Real, which was the trade route from Mexico City up to Santa Fe, and then through the state of Chihuahua, and then trade all the way to the west coast with the California settlements of Spain. So their contacts for trading on the Mexican side were enormous. And so being able to trade with such a market really made the westward expansion of the United States possible. And I think most people just don't understand that.
He also thinks it's important to understand that many of the merchants who engaged in the trade were of Hispanic descent.
I think that we're at a very opportune time in our history to tell the counter-narrative of many stories that we kind of take as gospel. I think it's important that we tell both sides of the story. And as the bicentennial of the Santa Fe Trail comes up in 2021, I think it's important that people understand that, hey, there were two sides of the trail. Without the markets on the other end of the trail, entrepreneurs sending goods, and by the way, most of those entrepreneurs would buy the goods, were of Hispanic origin, and they would buy the goods and then hire companies to transfer that into their territory. So really the majority of traders were of Hispanic origin, not of Anglo or other Western European origin. So I think it's important for people to know that counter-narrative.
Welcome to the Western Kansas Wildlife Travel Center, right here in my hometown of Oakley, Kansas. We're the front door of Western Kansas, located on three main highways, I-70, US 83, and US 40. And all those roads lead to history, beautiful scenery, and adventure, no matter which direction you go. We now have an IHOP. That brand that you've trusted up and down the road in all your travels is staffed with local folks, real people, just like you and me, and we're waiting on you to join us. So for fun, adventure, fuel up, fuel your body, and let's have some fun.